Welcome back to Owning the Huddle podcast, and today is a special live edition of Owning the Huddle podcast as we take you through our projected 53-man roster. So buckle up with me, CeeLo, Breeze, and Deuce as we talk about the upcoming cuts and what could happen on Tuesday by 4 o'clock. This is Owning the Huddle podcast, presented by Red Zone DC Media.
Welcome to Owning the Huddle podcast presented by Red Zone in the Lab, where we discuss all things Washington Commanders, from the executive and front offices, coaches, players, and fan experience. Join DT, Breeze, CeeLo, and Deuce as they break down the pre- and post games. Do it because you love it and not because it loves you. Hail Commanders!
Welcome back to OTA podcast.
What it do? What's good, man? I'm still trying to think of an opening. Like I had one. I forgot what I said. I was going to just use that. What was it? I forgot what it was. I ain't write it down. I should have written it down, man. It was last week in the space. I said I was going to open up every space with it, but I definitely forgot what it was. DT. Yeah, I really need to, because you know how people do ideas. Hey, CeeLo, Breeze, DT, what's good, man?
What's good? What's good?
Good, bro.
You good, CeeLo?
Oh yeah. Week one coming. Week one is loading.
What's good, Breeze? How was the game yesterday?
Oh, man, it was lit, man. We got to doing the wave around there. It wasn't, boiling hot like it was on Monday night. You know what I mean? And it was another good game. You know what I mean? Can't complain.
The wave is crazy. I saw that. I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be lit. Week one gonna be lit.
Man, BT around the stadium about 6 times.
It's good, man.
Not much, man.
Hanging tight.
Yeah, hanging tight.
Hanging tight.
Tight.
All right, man. What's up, Glenn? In the chats, man. We opening up the chats today. We going live to talk about this roster. Go ahead. We're gonna go through the offense first.
Did you send the link?
Yeah, it should be in the yeah.
All right.
I retweeted it.
Bet.
It's in the chat. Yeah, man. So we about to get into it. Ern said it's something Krim said. Of course it's something Krim said. I don't. This for you, CeeLo. This for you, CeeLo.
That day party is crazy.
What did you say?
That day party catching up with.
He can't even read the screen.
The day party catching up.
What's up, Carlton? What's up, Carlton? What's up, Ern? Ern said it's something Krim said. Man, I don't remember what he said. I gotta remember what he said, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna get into it right after this from Hog Farmer Keith.
Welcome to DC. You know we're down at the USA Cup. You're taking it slightly, I'm taking it slightly. Now you go at go, you won't be right back. Well, we gon' be right here. We gon' be right here. We ain't going nowhere. Welcome to DC.
Hey, this is Hog Farmer Keith of the Hog Farmers Charitable Foundation. And before you listen to Owning the Huddle podcast presented by Red Zone in the Lab, the Hog Farmers Charitable Foundation has put together an awesome program where you can help make a difference in helping us raise money to assist families who are faced with the everyday stresses it takes for their child to battle cancer. How do you do this? Well, we challenge you to become a 2023 Hog Farmer Ambassador. You can check out this information on our website at hogfarmerscharity.org, or you can learn more by heading to our Facebook and or Twitter feeds. The way that you do this is you click the ambassador link, you start your campaign, you set a goal, you reach your audience, and you help raise $250 or more. So who's with us on helping put a smile on the family's face while they go through these tough times?
What's good, man? Let's talk about this. First of all, before we even get into this 53, man, like every time somebody cut, like why do we have to why do we have to pick them up? And then if you scrubs too, I'm like, like we already have that. Like, why do you want two of those? At least give me somebody that's better. And I'm not talking about upside or potential. I'm talking about better right now. Because that's why we got this other dude here, because we leaning on potential and what's that other position flex that we love to have in the building. Like, I mean, like seriously, DT, like why? Like, like, oh my God, like it's crazy, man.
How I want to say this, I just feel like when it comes to like how the team has been constructed, we always critiquing Ron and stuff, and we're so used to like 2021 where they pick up a Charles Leno or they pick up these late guys that got cut eventually to help the roster, and they're thinking Ron's going to do every year. I don't even think Ron did it last year. So, I
I
mean,
mean,
Alex Leatherwood, bro, like I was not high on him. I don't know what it is, and this is very nasty coming from me. I don't know what it is about Alabama offensive linemen. For some reason, I don't know what they teaching over there, but it don't translate as good when it comes to the NFL. Like, name me legit one good Alabama lineman.
Brian Kelly probably the only one.
Probably Kelly and probably Willis on a good day. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. I mean, to that point, like, with all due respect, like Charles Leno, Deshaun Jackson, guys like that, although they were cut and they did whatever they did, Leno's still doing what he's doing. Those aren't like back of the roster guys though. Like teams are cutting like the 88th man up their roster. Yo, we need to go pick him up.
Still doing what he doing.
I mean, he's still playing. He's still playing is what I mean. He's still actively playing football. That's all I mean by that statement. Not finna get nothing out of me. But what I'm saying is like that's a starting caliber NFL player.
Yeah.
Dudes that if you get cut on Saturday or Sunday morning after a preseason game, when the cuts don't have to be in until Tuesday, like just like 90 got 80. That's like the last 10 men on the roster kind of thing. We do not need to bring in that respectfully. Like there's gonna be somebody saying we need to bring in Will Greer to replace Jacoby Brissett. Like it's gonna happen. Like
Will Greer is nasty.
But you know what's gonna be said.
What about Evan Neal? Y'all don't think Evan Neal's pretty good?
They banking on him to take the next step.
Yeah. Still a lot of untapped potential though, but yeah.
Untapped potential.
Like the practice squad.
Untapped potential.
We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to
untapped potential. All right, man. Look, yeah, Carlton, we definitely gonna get into the wide receivers, man. No hands, Kaz is nasty work. We gonna definitely get into that. All right, man. Quarterbacks. CeeLo, you can start.
All right, so obviously the known starter, being Sam, leave him off the conversation for now. A lot of conversation about our QB2. So hear me out.
Hear me out.
It won't be nothing crazy. It won't be nothing crazy, man. Nothing provocative. I just think that as fans, we put a little bit much on preseason performance. I get it. I get it. It's game time. We see, 4 quarters and you get to line up against, some other team. And clearly it feels like, Fromm has had a more productive, effective showing over the course of these 3 games. However, I got to give it up. I can't you can't forget Jacoby's background. He came into the league as a backup, 4th round pick for New England. He backed up Tom Brady. I think he went 2-1 those 3 games for the Deflategate crap. Went on to the Colts. stayed around for the Colts for a little bit, unbeknownst to him when when our guy Luck retired, held the fort, went down to Miami, came back up to Cleveland. He's had a lot of NFL play. So you just can't like throw that out because of 3 preseason games. Mm-hmm. So in my opinion, I think the body of work that he brings and the presence he brings in that room, it kind of dwarfs 3 preseason games. That's why he's our QB2. More so than these 3 games. And then, if they keep 3, it'll be I think they'll keep 3. Based on the other positions, they may end up cutting from to see if, it can stash him in the practice squad, because I don't think he's going to get claimed, So it depends on we talk about it later. So it depends on the numbers, but for now, I'm going to say 3, QB1, 2, and 3, Sam, Jacoby, and Fromm.
All right, what you guys, Breeze?
I mean, with this position, CeeLo said it all. I don't think it's really much discussion. Sam Howell's already been announced as the starter. Jacoby was brought here to be the backup quarterback, essentially. Like CeeLo said, the whole body of work. Like he not only does he have a lot of NFL play, he's backed up a lot of great NFL quarterbacks. So like the experience and the insight that he can bring to that room, like that CeeLo said, is way more valuable than 3 preseason games, with all the respect to Jake Fromm. I think they're going to make Jake Fromm a practice squad quarterback. I don't see them keeping 3 on the active roster. And I don't see anybody signing him, because most teams that would sign him would be somebody looking for a third-string quarterback, maybe a low-level backup. And most teams kind of have those guys already in-house. Maybe somewhere he has some familiarity with the offense. So maybe Georgia, because they have Todd Monken. Baltimore, but he doesn't fit that Baltimore kind of quarterback room at all, physically or aesthetically. But he does have familiarity with the system. Oakland, maybe Scott Turner's out there, but I don't see a whole lot of places that would scoop him up off the practice squad. So I think Jake Fromm will be the practice. And also with new rules, it's easy to elevate practice squad players and drop them back down. So if need be, I got Jake Fromm being the practice squad quarterback.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go with the obvious. I think it's gonna be 2 quarterbacks, Sam and Jacoby. But I will say this, and I have seen this from Doc Walker. The EB effect is so detailed and it's very refreshing, because I feel like all 3 quarterbacks, if something to happen, I feel like all of them are prepared to play. And you see how, Fromm has looked in the preseason. He looks like, kind of like Sam, get the ball in his hand quick, very decisive with decision making and things like that. But I still believe, with the experience of Jacoby Brissett and how long he has played in the league, EB is going to put Jacoby in the right situation, and Jacoby is going to take care of the ball. Like, I think that's the pretty obvious thing. So it's going to be 2 quarterbacks, and Jake Fromm, he's going to be on practice squad. But I like the quarterback room way better than what we had in the past. Like, this is probably the most confidence I have had in the quarterback room since probably RG3 and Kirk Cousins.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Who was our quarterback room last year?
We had Carson Wentz, Taylor Heineke, and Sam Howell.
Okay.
That man don't start it. He don't start it. We ain't got to the running backs yet, man.
Dude, terrible, man. All right, yeah, man. For me, man, I know I make a lot of noise about what are you talking about?
He's talking about
the Chiefs. When signs with Chiefs, do we
go get Shane B?
Shane.
Who's Shane B?
Shane Buechele, the quarterback for Kansas City, played for SMU.
I mean,
I don't think they're going to do it. I think they're pretty confident from.
First thing I thought about Shane Battier. I don't know why.
I'm the one. Sunday.
Oh man. What's up, Steve? Commanders podcast. Appreciate it.
Hey,
All right, man. Yeah, I know I be trolling mostly about Fromm, but what you really can't ignore is like the EB effect for sure. He's very decisive. He's getting the ball out quick. I mean, he's putting stuff in the bucket, to be honest. It's not like, you know, he's sporadic. I mean, he's really playing some good. He's really quarterbacking very well in the preseason. We can't doubt that, you know, and it is against maybe third and fourth stringers for the most part, but still, those passes is getting there. But I don't think it's enough. Jacoby Brissett has a large body of work, man. Like, he started on teams, multiple seasons, multiple games. He has that experience. He just doesn't look comfortable, and hopefully, you know, as the season goes on, he will be more comfortable just in case we need him. But there is really no denying that he hasn't looked comfortable in the preseason. But for me, I go Howe and Jacoby Brissett for the quarterback.
We can't say
I think.
Brissett. Why would you struggling to say Brissett?
I don't know, yeah.
I want to say brisket, bro. I want to say brisket so bad. That's so disrespectful.
I think he clears waivers too. I don't think no team is going to pick him up, and because if they do, they have to add him to the 53. So I really believe he clears waivers, and that's another thing to think about as we go through this. Is like when we get down to, is it going to be him or him? We got to think about if that person is going to clear waivers or not. So, but I was just looking. I think we're gonna have some issues with the D line. But let's get to the running backs. Oh, look, no more Fromm smoke. Fromm, my man, yeah. Fromm, my man. All right, running backs. I just think it's very. I always say that I think Williams would be the 3 going into the season, and can kind of change. Like I think we're keeping 4 running backs. I only think 3 is going to be active. I think Williams is going to be the active guy for the first few games, maybe midway through the season, possibly, depends. But it's all about pass blocking, and I think that's what he has the one up right now on C-Rob. But I have 4 running backs: Rob, Gibby, Williams, and C-Rob. What about you, DT?
Yeah, I'm kind of in that same direction. First 3 obviously, B Rob, Gibson, C Rod. C Rod looked very impressive this preseason. He did have the fumble, but I think I just love his rushing upside he brings. But for the last spot, in my honest opinion, I don't know if someone's going to rebuttal. I'm very comfortable who they give that last spot to all 3 players. I think all of them have showcased that they can, play in the NFL. I think they have shown different styles. Gore, he was a guy that played in Kansas City. He knows the offense. He really impressed me down the stretch. Jared Patterson, he's been here for a couple of years now. He keeps running hard. He showcases that he could play. Jonathan Williams, he's a little widely vet. He showed he can pass block. He showed he can run. So I'll probably go with Williams, but I wouldn't have a problem if they go Gore or Jared Patterson for the last spot.
What Breeze?
I agree with DT as far as saying I'm that comfortable with the room that that fourth guy. I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but I'm like you said, I'm kind of comfortable with all those names. I'm still sticking with what I went with last week, saying Robinson and AG is the top 2 guys. Rodriguez being the 3rd guy by default by being a draft pick and the most productive runner throughout the preseason, minus the fumble. I really think this is not me being a homer or whatever, but I really think Jared Patterson can be that 4th guy. I tweeted it out during the game. It's like Jared Patterson may not get a whole lot of touches, but he doesn't waste very many opportunities with the football in his hand. Like he's always fighting for extra yards. He's making guys miss. He's getting in. He's scoring touchdowns that probably shouldn't be touchdowns. Like he always finds a way to do something with the ball. I think that, and he does have value on special teams. And I think that maybe, although Williams definitely, I think has the one up in pass protection. I think Jared Patterson has a little more to offer as far as the rest of the roster goes, special teams, units, and all that kind of stuff. And then Derek Gore still, he does have that familiarity with the offense, playing in Kansas City. So all three guys have things to offer. I just think Jared Patterson might have done just enough as far as his ability on offense and with special teams, especially with potentially there being the opportunity in the return game as we'll get to later on. So
Yeah, I kind of think about Jared Patterson, and when he's actually played, like outside of the preseason. I'm trying to think, has he ever really played a meaningful game against like a starting defense? And I
I
just
mean,
I
he had a
can't.
good carry, but like meaningful, I think like the end of the season, 2021.
Yeah,
Or
against
20,
Yeah,
Philly.
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like hopefully he get a chance, man. But them drafting C-Rod, bringing in Gore, all that stuff doesn't really play too well. I don't think
No.
for Patterson. But to your point, he does ball out for sure. Ernest said it was it was versus Dallas. He played a meaningful game. Steve says C-Rod is a draft pick. I can't see them risking a chance of someone picking him up off practice off for. I think it's Jay. Uh, we didn't, yeah, we didn't even get to the wide receivers yet. Yeah. PK, Dax Mill. Yeah, I see y'all showed J Pass C Raw all in real life. It's the same, but they are built like Rick said. Yes, yep. CJ on Dax Wagon versus Earn 17 for. Look at Earn with the stats, boy. Between him, Trail, and Dog Tide, man, they be on it. He has 17 carries for 78 yards and dollars. Steve say he still got his Dax shirt. You need to take the tab off for a reason to wear it. Aaron said that was week 18 too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, CJ. I mean, when you get to the wild, CJ.
Having your podcast and your brother up is just crazy. Well, commented twice. I can't do that.
Okay, so why does everybody think that guys will get snatched up off when you drop them to the waivers? Like y'all realize if a guy gets cut and you claim him, like you got to put him on your active roster. Like, do we have people on the end of our roster you think gonna get snatched up? Like,
If they clear waivers, another team to sign to their practice squad, though, potentially.
agree. Like they get signed to somebody else's practice squad, but they have the choice, right? They can like choose us or choose, that.
Yeah, choice.
Yeah, they can.
But like, I don't see, like, for example, I don't see Christian Rodriguez getting claimed unless he wants to go somewhere else after he clears waivers. If he wants to go to another team, absolutely he can do that. But I'm not scared of grabbing him.
That's weird. Between his draft pick, he was what, a 5th round pick?
7th.
He was 7th round pick? Damn. Between his draft, I just feel like there's potentially somebody that may have been scouting him and looking at signing him.
Okay.
And I know just from being in Kentucky, I know there's a certain kind of pocket of teams in that area that do scout UK players fairly heavily. I think somebody
maybe
like the Bengals, Browns, Titans, Chiefs, a little bit, Cowboys. Just like guys in that, there's like a little pocket of teams that do recruit fairly heavily. But
okay.
I think, and the Colts too. I just think it's possible that with him being a rookie and what it would cost to get him versus somebody else, I just think there might be a possibility right there. And again, we all know running back is extremely devalued. So if you can get a 7th round pick that you think might have some value on the waiver wire versus a veteran player that you're not really trying to pay to play the same role, that could make that difference too.
Okay, makes sense.
All right, who you got running back, CeeLo?
No different. Y'all got it. I think the only I can't. I can't. I think they go 4. I think they go 4, which means it's either going to be. I think Williams. It's between Williams, Patterson, and Gore and Rodriguez. I feel like Rodriguez is going to make it because he's a draft pick, and I think the last one is going to be a toss up. I'm having a hard time narrowing. Like y'all know my spotlight guy was Garrett Patterson the whole offseason, right? So I should say him, but man, they all play well. I mean, I feel like they all play. Given the opportunity, most play well. C-Rod obviously didn't he have a fumble? So that may be one knock on him, but yeah, I'm indifferent on that last spot.
Yeah, I legitimately don't think there's a wrong decision.
Yeah,
when it comes to the running back room, like DT said, I'm comfortable with whatever assortment of running backs they choose to keep.
So I will say, to be the one antagonist on the squad, I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable with our running back room. None of them. Like none of them to me feel like they make me like stay up at night and worry about the next game. Like they all feel like they're good to very good, but I'm not scared of any of them. So to me, our running back room is fine. It's just, to me, it's missing something.
I think there may be like 5 backs in the league that fit that mold of being like, we got to stop this person. Like Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley.
Yep. I don't think they're backs in the league.
Say it again.
I don't think there are a lot of like top tier backs. I think the top tier running back thing is like 4 to 6 guys that's here, and then there's some drop off before you get to that second tier, and the second tier is it's a lot wider for me.
Okay.
Just with the way football is played now, like I said, the value of the position, most teams don't have. They don't try to get that guy because they would rather do running back by committee than having a bell cow every down back.
Yeah, because it's really mostly about like that second contract for sure. Like, are we going to pay them that second contract? But if they're good enough, I think they last to the second contract. But there are not a lot of running backs that you're willing to pay like that 15 million range, as we've seen this all season. Because there's always somebody in the draft they believe can give you the same production, even if it's going to be by a committee or individual player. But with C-Rod, being drafted in the 6th round and showing some promise against like the second and third depth chart guys, maybe the 4th depth chart guy shows some promise to keep. I don't think he clears waivers. I mean, even after that fumble, EB gave him the ball right back, right? And he got got like a positive
very
game.
next drive, he handed the ball right back.
Yeah. So I think he clears.
Y'all notice, some guys, it don't mean like the 1st round pick, but some guys you pick late rounds and they just pop. Like Taylor, I think Taylor was a late pick, and
Taylor was the 2nd round pick.
Yeah, 2nd round pick, right? You got my man from the Raiders. I think he's the 1st round pick, actually. Jacobs was the 1st round pick, but you have guys that kind of you end up picking up later on, and all of a sudden they're like, they dogs, and I don't know if we have that yet. And maybe C-Rod is that guy. I don't know if we have that yet, and B-Rob or any of the other guys. But anyway, that's just preseason talk.
So I got a question before we pivot to the other spots. But based on what we've seen for Kansas City, maybe outside of Kareem Hunt the first year with Mahomes, do they actually need a starting guy at running back, or they just use the plethora and versatility of all guys on the roster in a committee form?
I think they fall easily into that running back by committee thing. Like they've kind of even said it. Like hey, B Rob is going to be this guy, and AG is going to be this guy, and then we can do this with this person. Like they've almost like said it publicly. Um, yeah,
with the
I think
roles.
this. Yeah. Like I definitely think this is a running back by committee. Um, Based on their roles, I think if we try to compare us to what Kansas City has done, they utilize 3 or 4 different backs, and all of them kind of had a different role. With Sky Moore and Hilaire and Pacheco and all them guys. None of those are like you wouldn't none of those guys will get big time money as an every down running back, but they all have value in their roles.
Mhm.
All right. Let's go to the tight ends. I know Cam Cam mentioned uh, uh, Alex Arma as an option. If he is, I think he'll be categorized as a tight end. I don't know if they're going to categorize him as a fullback. We'll see. Um, but I
Yeah, I'm
know we
looking on
kept for
ESPN's
where they
website. They
got
got
him
him right now.
fullback, right?
Yeah, on the depth chart.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I know last year they really liked Curtis Hodges, so we went in with 5, right? Did we go in with 5? I think we went in with 5 on the 53 last year because we had to add him to the 53 in order to put him on injured, in order to put him on
We
IR.
we had 5
Uh,
because Turner was hurt.
And Logan was hurt too.
and
Logan
Logan started off the
played.
year. Yeah, but Hodges was hurt too.
Yeah,
Hodges was hurt too, but they didn't want to take that chance of losing him. So they did
gotcha.
that, put him on a practice squad. But I think this year for me, I think they go um, Logan, Turner, and Bates. I just don't. I don't believe the Armor hype right now. I mean, we ran what 11 personnel more. We had 3 wide receiver sets at a higher clip, a much higher clip than we did last year in the preseason. Not saying that's going to change on the regular season, but I just don't see us going like 13 personnel a whole lot. I think all of them is on the game day roster, but I think we just go with the 3. What about you, CeeLo?
I'm looking at it now. So I think they go. We're talking tight ends, right? So Logan, they and Art and the fullback, tight end fullback, Armand. I think he's going to be that fourth role. I think they like to use him in that fullback role whenever they see fit, or in the back role. And so I think they only go with 4. That's assuming that Logan is reasonably healthy. If they believe in Logan's health, they'll go with 4. If they don't believe in Logan's health, I can see them picking up, the 5th dude, which is Hodges, which I don't even like. But I don't know what other options they have unless they go on the waiver wire. So I think if Logan is healthy, they go with 4, and that 4th one would be Alex Arma, which would cover essentially 2 positions: fullback, tight end.
Yeah. I think again based on Logan's health, um, I got Logan, Bates, and Turner as the top 3 guys. I think Curtis Hodges has kind of played himself out of a job that they were just dying to give him.
Yeah,
And then the 5th guy was Brandon Dillon, who I think he scored the other day, yesterday, but
Yeah,
he didn't do much else throughout the preseason. I think they end up going with 3 guys from the 53, and Arma's a practice squad guy because he is primarily listed as a fullback. I think he kind of easily clears waivers, and they kind of bring him back on the practice squad to be that fullback / fourth tight end kind of guy. Now, again, the waiver wire could change a lot of that, obviously, because we don't know who's going to be available. But just based on what we have and what we know is currently available, I think they take 3 tight ends, maybe in favor of keeping the extra lineman or extra receiver. And Armor's the practice squad guy.
A lot of conversation about tight ends these last 48 hours. Where is you know who at?
Man, I think all y'all is pretty spot on. Say 3 tight ends. Logan, hopefully, I think he's gonna be healthy enough to play week 1. Turner, Bates, he's the blocker. I do like Alex Armor though because it brings a different type of versatility and some physicality to the offense. And I wouldn't be surprised if we're somewhere and when it starts to get cold and they decide to bring it back up to add that type to certain games where we want to run the ball a little bit more. But Alex Amon, he's going to be on the practice squad, and just in case of injuries.
Yeah, I agree with URE, man. Like, I
What do you say?
think people really. I mean, I know like last year we praised his vision a lot, but this preseason he had some times we missed some holes, and now it seems like the fan base is like this dude ain't got no vision. I mean, the left all the way to the right is crazy with our fan base, man. Um,
For sure.
Man, this every other fan base show every player's name of our names for the guys. Like turn the roster list. Make the fullback important again.
Facts. Make it fullback
It's
important.
easy to make nicknames with just initials and shortening names up like that.
And Terrell said Jay Will was signed with a team that can showcase his
Yeah, I saw
that he's a number 2 if he clears waivers.
Who?
Yeah, man.
Jonathan Williams.
Damn, who? Jonathan Williams. So I kind of went through my list. I have 2 extras, but we'll definitely come back. I think Arm may be one of them. I mean, they lose to do a lot. It's just that whole fullback thing. I can't shake. That's what that is. All right. Let's do O line.
You doing this on purpose.
Let's do O line. Let's do O line.
This is nasty.
Let's see. Leno. Who we got starting at left guard? I got Charles. I think they love Charles, man.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Big Charles.
I'm gonna say
But CJ was saying, what about the Collins kid? What about the Collins kid? Yeah, I think that's somebody that'll clear waivers. I think he's talking about the tight end.
I think he's a tight end.
Is a tight end, Collins?
Yeah. The fact that none of us know.
He must have been passing Gatorade because I ain't seen it.
Hold on, Collins. Hold on, CJ. Are you talking about Dylan?
I think you're talking about Dylan, Brandon Dylan. That's what I was talking about.
He must have been Dylan because I don't see a cop.
Dylan played.
Yeah, he
said he scored a touchdown.
He scored. Yeah, he scored. But
yeah, that was Dylan.
And they did sign him in the middle of training camp when they cut somebody and signed him.
We signed Caden Smith.
Yeah, Dylan. He talking about Dylan.
No, but we.
All right, who's starting that? Who's starting that left guard, man?
Sadiq Charles.
I think they love Sadiq. I don't know what it is, but they love that guy. So I got Leno, Charles, Gates, Cosby, Wiley. I think we all agree, even though we might not like it or not, right, CeeLo?
Yeah.
Hey, listen. In Rome.
Nasty work. Lord.
Going by a thread.
All right, I got I got Lucas, Paul, Larson, Stromberg, and Scott as the other 5. I think Stromberg, it seems like they really like him at guard, so I think he makes the 53. Of course, Lucas is the swing. I think they really like Scott. He showed some good reps, even though it wasn't again like top talent, but he did show some good reps. And I don't think Daniels makes the 53.
Oof.
I don't
Yikes.
disagree with you. I don't disagree
So
with you. I mean, Braden Daniels has shown nothing since
yeah,
he's shown nothing but his face since he got to Ashburn. Like he's done nothing in
That boy baby.
practice. He's done nothing in practice. He's done nothing in games. I've not heard Braden Daniels' name spoken positively about one time by media or fans, or even coaches for that matter. Um, he was with a fourth round pick. That's tough to cut. But I mean, if they want to do it and bring him back to the practice squad, I'm pretty certain nobody will claim him. I have spoken a little bit this week about guys kind of getting like phantom injuries and using IR to stash them. I know that's something that Ron and them have done before. I wouldn't be surprised if Braden Daniels somebody kind of fell into that category, so that we don't have to worry about cutting the draft pick, kind of save a little bit of face. But yeah, Braden Daniels has done nothing. The tough ones for me might be Trent Scott versus the name that keeps popping up is Mason Brooks. I don't he looked decent in practice. I know he's strong as hell. I'm cool with letting him go, but I mean good interior linemen are hard to come by. So that might be because you do have Lucas as a swing tackle. So I think if you keep Mason Brooks, you gonna have to probably cut Tyler Larson though, because Stromberg can play center and guard. So I don't know.
yeah. I think Mason Brooks clears waivers. I also think, I mean, he had some good reps. You know what I'm saying, preseason, but it's not nothing to jump out like he gonna come and be a reason that they let Larson go. You know what I'm saying? I think that first day of equipment when he gave Mathis the work, I think that's what we kind of like remember, because I know that next day when I was there, Mathis gave him that work right back, and you ain't hear too much about that. So, but
He has some good work in preseason too, but I don't know if he's done enough to leapfrog some of the draft picks and then contacts that have already been on the roster. And to your point, I think you said he could very easily clear waivers and bring him back to the practice squad too.
How many y'all thinking? You said, did you go with 10?
yeah,
Yeah,
I went with 10.
You went 10 too? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with 10.
Yeah.
I think for me, and I'm not surprised that you put Trent Scott in your 10, because I think we need another tackle just in case something happens to Wiley and Leno at the same time. Like we have seen this rodeo where our offensive line has been decimated with injuries, and right now Trent Scott, he's looked like the guy that I can trust more than the other tackles I have seen, other than
Right.
Lucas. And
But do you think they trust? Do you potentially think they still see Sam Cosmi as somebody they can kick out if need be to right tackle? That's another thing that position flex. Like
yeah,
Cosmi, if need be, can play tackle. I don't know if Trent Scott can play guard. You know what I mean? So he
that,
may
that's
only have.
But
that's fair as
that's
well. But
I mean, you still have Stromberg, you got Paul, and you got Larson. Like Larson can play guard too.
see, this is why I hate that. I hate that position flex, bro. I hate
Yeah,
position flex so bad.
but this is a good problem.
Just get
Though.
a
Like
guy.
we're gonna end up
Just
cutting
get a
good
guy
football
that can
players.
do
That's
it.
a good problem.
Just get a guy you can do it. Like, don't. That's like me being a teacher and you're telling me be a math teacher and a history teacher. I can't.
FYI, school starts tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, so you might get a lot of teacher references from teachers.
but,
Yeah.
but like, I don't see Daniels making the roster. I think they're going to put him.
Glenn says CeeLo look like he's trying to figure out Newton's theory.
Oh my god. But I just see Daniels like you said, Deuce. I think he needs a lot of work. I think them experimenting with Stromberg a little bit down the stretch, they showed he can play guard a little bit. Although I do think he needs to pick up his speed in terms of like pulling and stuff. But I think that's something that could work with. So I would go with that 10 right there. I think they actually like Brooks a little bit more than Daniels right now.
So I'm just looking at it from a tackle versus guard perspective versus center perspective. I feel like Stromberg played his way into it's more of a swing guard center position. My issue with Daniels is I don't know if Daniels is going to work at guard. I know he played a little bit in preseason, but I feel like he's trying to be more of a tackle, which he's not doing well at. And they have enough guard depth. So I'm like, do you want to take a gamble on a guy trying to learn the guard position, kind of like a long shot, and then a guy who's just not ready for the tackle position if he's thrown into? So I just think it's a numbers game for Daniels. Like I wouldn't mind if he stayed on the practice squad. On the roster. I just don't think we have the spot for him, and we need tackles.
Right.
Like that's the issue. And so outside of the two starting tackles, you got Lucas, and that's why I feel like Turner has a spot. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like I feel, and didn't and just remind me, Larson can play both center guard too, right?
Yeah.
So like, I just think Daniels is not ready, man. It's just a numbers game, unfortunately, and he didn't really show well enough to. And I agree with everyone else. I think it's going to be 10. I don't think it's going to be 11. I don't think they don't have to make it 11. So I feel like it's going to be 10.
To that point, CeeLo, and if I'm not mistaken, Deuce, didn't they say they were going to try him Daniels out at tackle? Didn't Ron say that?
I thought so.
He's been playing tackle in the preseason late in the game. Because remember, the guy Monterio, I think that's how I'm not sure. He plays
Yeah,
left
Montero.
guard, and Laufenberger, whatever his name, he plays right
Nolan
guard.
Laufenberger.
Yep.
Yeah. So and Stromberg's been at center, Scott has been at right, and Daniels has been at left.
Yep. Yeah. And he's not very good right now. So
Yeah.
He's
crazy.
not good
I'm
enough to make the
reading his
53.
draft profile. Yeah, I'm reading his draft profile, and whoever wrote this up got
He played all over the line in Utah, but when I looked at him, he gave me guard vibes.
I mean, he's listed as a guard. Like I guess he entered. When he declared for the draft, he was listed as a guard.
Yeah, that's probably was his best. Is people look at him.
Well, we got him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I mean,
yeah. What's up, Jeff? Appreciate you for joining, bro.
Yo, yeah, man.
What's good? I think I gotta take this. Go ahead, y'all. Do go with wide receivers.
Finally.
Okay.
Let's talk about the wide receivers. All right. So obviously
I'll go last.
All right, look, so the big four, obviously, we already know who the big four is. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 6 wide receivers. I'm gonna say 6. And Pringle, I feel like the veteran experience in the offense, he's been solid. I got him at 5. And the last spot, I think they're gonna go with Dax Milne, bro, and I'm gonna be so mad. I'm just gonna say Dax Milne because I'm gonna prepare myself for the other shambles of the timeline going crazy. I just thinking about like they need somebody reliable, and even though he doesn't give you like 35-yard returns, 40-yard returns, he's reliable. He holds on to the ball. And he's also a decent receiver when he gets his opportunities. So I got Terry, DeHaan, Kirko, Diami, Pringle, and Dax Milne getting the last spot.
You gonna laugh at Breeze?
Yeah, I go last. I'm wide receiver guru, man. I gotta go last.
You're right. All right. So the first three I'm not gonna even mention. Diami. Damn you, Cashmere. Well, Cashmere messed up everything, bro. He messed up everything. He had the worst possible game someone could have.
That needed to have a good game 3.
That needed to have a, because it was, as a kick return, punt returning guy, he had it, but he got to play a little bit of receiver anyway. All right, pretty sure the quiet. So yeah, I'm gonna go the top 4. I think I want to only go 6 wide receivers, and so I'm going the obvious route. Very, very not provocative. I'm gonna do the last. The Pringle and Dax. That's it. So you got Terry, Jahan, Curtis, Diami, Pringle, Dax Mill. And Dax can play punt return, right, just like last year. I mean, not much different. But I like Pringle. So
My turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. Oh my God. There you go.
I mean, it's not very. I don't really think the receiver position is that complicated. The top 3 guys are locked into their positions. Yami Brown is the 4th. It should be the 4th receiver, barring some kind of, maybe he might curse Ron Rivera out or something like that. But he's the 3rd. He's the 4th receiver. You really talking about 5 and 6. I think they were always keeping at least 6. I think Kaz Allen could have potentially given them reason to keep 7, which I feel like is a crazy reach to keep 7 receivers on your team, even in this day of age of 4 and 5 wild time. But they gave Kaz Allen every opportunity. They're like, bro, you have this job, being a return man, locked up. But Cody, all you have to do is show us you can do a little bit on offense if we need you. And he didn't do anything. He fit that Steven Sims, that Brandon Banks, that he fit that mold so perfectly. All we need to do is see that you can do a little bit on offense. And every time they tried to give him the ball on offense, he literally dropped the ball. And I don't think his value as a return man is high enough that if that he can afford to have those mistakes on offense in the second and third preseason game. Like, you need to come up big. I think the 5th guy is Byron Pringle. But it's Byron, right? Pringle.
Yeah, Byron Pringle.
And then the 6th guy is Tinsley. I think Tinsley showed well for himself in the 3rd game. He made up for, I don't want to say a mistake, but kind of, having a lackluster 2nd game. I think he more than made up for it in the 3rd game. And I think he snuck into that 6th spot. Dax Milne I think he had 2 drops in the 3rd game as well. And although Dax Milne is fairly short-handed as a return man and a receiver, he doesn't give you much of anything else. Dax Milne is like your traditional, if you type in possession receiver, Dax Milne might pop up next to it. Like, catch the ball 8 yards downfield and fall down is what you want to get from Dax Milne. And I just think this offense wants to be a little bit more explosive than that in the passing game. Sorry, CJ. I think Dax Milne is the odd man out. Now, to be fair, I don't know if Dax Milne will clear waivers. If Dax Milne clears waivers, if they cut him and he clears waivers, he's like the first guy they bring back to the practice squad.
No, he out there. He gonna be a future Patriot. I can see it.
Or a Raider, for that matter. You know who else is out there? But yeah, I think if they cut Dax Milne and he clears waivers, Dax Milne is one of the first 3 guys brought back to the practice squad. So that's my receiver thing.
Who was your last 3 after Milne? After Diami?
After Diami, I had 2 after Diami. It was Tinsley and Pringle.
Okay, Tinsley. Okay, got it.
Yeah. I think Kaz Allen literally dropped his opportunity.
Who's your punt return kick returner?
I'm still working that out in my head right now,
Oh,
but
but see, you know what? I'm glad you said that because
Gibson can do it though.
yeah,
Pringle can do it.
Pringle can do it.
Pringle can do
Who?
it.
Pringle.
Pringle can
Pringle can
return.
do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Although he hasn't done it in a game yet, Jahan Dotson practices returning kicks and punts every practice. I don't think they would put him out there, especially with Terry in his foot. But again, it's something that he can do. And I'm sure there's somebody on defense with experience, a D back with that experience as well. I just think that Kaz Allen had the opportunity and just blew it. Then they'll find somebody else to fit that return role.
Okay.
But don't
Now-
worry, CJ. That's gonna be around, CJ. Don't worry.
So, do y'all think there's a world where they they have Tinsley, but they keep Pringle over Dax? You think there's a world like that?
Yeah, I do. Like I said, every receiver I named offers you more than just being shorthanded. Dax Milne, to me, doesn't give you much of anything else. He'll catch the ball. He really does have a couple drops. Curtis can do it. I don't think they'll put him back there, but Curtis can do it. Based on Tinsley's skill set, Tinsley probably could. I don't know if he would, but Dax is not nice. CJ, he can catch the ball.
He couldn't even do that.
Did he drop a ball?
Drop that easy pass, yeah.
I think he dropped two. But I
two?
can catch CJ. I think he did. But I can catch CJ. Like if that's all, somebody give me an application. I
keep telling you, yeah, it's over, bro. It's as your friend. I'm telling you, it is over.
What's over?
I know it.
Breathe.
I know it's over. My playing career. But for that's to be a professional. But for normal people, if we want to line this up and just podcast versus podcast, y'all better throw me the ball we going deep every time. Like we stretching the field.
Podcast to podcast.
Like
one podcast, one smoke.
At the tailgate, we about to have a podcast.
Whoever wants smoke,
we
whatever other podcast.
We never did that Olympics style joint at training camp.
Oh yeah, we need to do the Olympics.
What happened to Fred? Fred's disappeared.
He realized quickly he was way out of his league, but yeah, y'all got that, bro. Y'all got that.
Hey, but
training camp, like, yeah, bro, my knee hurt, bro. I can't. Yeah.
So dudes, you think we at the same consensus? You think Mill make it, or you're giving Tinsley the guy?
This is the only reason why. CJ said he dropped the one pass. Jeff and CJ going at it. Jeff said he nice and slow.
Nice and slow.
His hands better than yours. He said, "Oh, he talking about you, Breeze."
He's an NFL receiver. They better be. They're not, but he better be.
CJ.
The back trade is now.
Listen. Once they cut Dax Milne and he has a regular job, we can go find a jug machine and we can test that theory.
I can't wait till Dax Milne become a waiter, bro. I
mean, like, to be honest, like the short, shifty white wide receiver is obsolete now. Like, I think he came into the league a little too late. If he was here 15 years ago, he probably be somewhere.
A couple right now.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I think the only reason, like, I think Cash could have locked it up. He could have locked it up for sure, man. But I think when I think about, like, how many targets do we think a wide receiver 6 is going to get? Like less than 0.5 maybe a game. And when it comes to like the return game, he could get like 3 or 4 touches a game. And I think with that, him being, dynamic in that way, I think he makes the team, because like he's the only one out of those guys that's like 5 to 8 or whatever that's used in multiple packages, right? We've seen it and we haven't seen it much in preseason, but at training camp we've seen it a lot, and I think that helps him. And look, man, we had a lot of one-trick ponies that dropped a lot of passes here, times past that had skills at other places. on specials. But yeah, that's the only reason why I think he makes the team. I think he fits like EB's mode of wide receivers than what we've kind of seen more than Dax does.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't be shocked if Tinsley get the last spot though.
Yeah. I'm good, Glenn. I'm straight, brother. I'm good. My body's
Yeah,
straight.
and that's what I said. I think I have 1 or 2 spots left. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they keep if they keep 7 with Tinsley. If they really think that Cass can be a home run hitter. If
Yeah,
they
I think
think Kajay Allen can be a
7.
home run hitter, like he's shown, like these couple kick returns he's had, they look pretty good, man. You know, a couple blocks and he's gone. So, if they believe he can do that,
If that's the
that may
case,
be
though,
that 7.
he's gonna be on a very, very short leash.
Yeah, but I don't think
Because
he's going to get no wide receiver reps. Though.
no, I'm saying
Yeah.
as a return man. If your sole value to the team is as a return man, if you muff a punt or fumble the ball, like you have one job: catch and get yardage. If you start, we saw it happen with Brandon Banks, where he was good and then started running side to side and muff a punt. We saw it happen with Sims. Like we've seen it happen before with guys that fit that similar skill set in that same kind of mold. So if that's the case, and they do keep 7 with Caz being a return man, that being his sole value to the team, I think he's going to be on a very short leash because there are a few other players, at least on punt return, that have that experience and that value. Now, kick return is a little bit different, but as we all know, they barely return kicks anyway at this point.
Yeah. So Jeff, I have 25 on offense. That's usually what that number kind of looks like. 24, 25, 26 in that range. So y'all got y'all numbers offhand. I think we all around that.
Yeah, mine's is 25.
I got 2 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 6. What I got? 6 receivers, 12, 10 linemen, 22, and I got 3 tight ends. So I'm at 25.
What you guys see though?
I'm at 24 because I got 10 off linemen, 6 wide receivers, 16, 4 running backs, it's 20, and I only got 4 tight ends with the fullback. So I think I'm only 24.
Did you do Sam and Jacoby?
Oh, fuck Sam. That's right.
Well, you got 26.
Right, so I got 26. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got 26.
Yeah. I think so too, Trail. I think like if I don't know, man. I think Tinsley showed enough that I don't want to take a chance.
Yeah, if Tinsley makes to the practice squad,
I don't want to take a chance.
No, bro.
If he's waived.
Just now you're just spamming the comments, hateful comments, bro.
He says he's spamming the comments.
God, leave, bro.
Oh man, what's up, man? What's good, man? They call me like I don't know if it's a Twitter handle. Okay, sounds more like that as we talk. Yeah. Simon from Tinsley's one of the most consistent. I agree. Glenn agrees. He's more than a special. He was more than special in school.
Tinsley transferred to Penn
college.
State. Right?
He was at Western Kentucky with Bailey Zapp. Then he transferred.
Yeah, then he transferred to Penn State when Jahan Dotson left. So if I'm not mistaken, he essentially took Jahan Dotson's role at Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got Dodd. So Steve got 26. So Steve, you must have 4 tight ends. I'm thinking, like, what are your numbers?
And Tinsley went undrafted, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, let's flip it. Oh boy. Let's do linebackers. Let's do that one first. I have Jamin, Cody, Hudson, and Mayo.
Yeah.
And Mayo is just because it's Mayo.
Yep.
I mean, the dude made the roster without playing in the preseason last year, so.
Y'all like Eifler?
I like Eifler over Mayo. I like Eifler over Mayo.
Okay.
I think he's bigger, stronger, faster, younger than Mayo is. I think he can. David Mayo is very, one dimensional. Um, yeah. I got 4 linebackers, but I'm going with Eifler over Mayo, and Hudson being
Yeah.
the third guy.
I mean, to go back to Tinsley, I think he did, Cody. Like, I think he did made a strong case. He dropped a couple passes or pass last week, but I think he's an NFL wide receiver, man. I think he's an NFL wide receiver, man. Glenn said, "Tell CJ to drop down and come back."
No, y'all not taking that, bro. Y'all not taking that, bro.
Nah, it's over. You already put it out there, DT. I'm still in that. I'm still in that. All right, let me see. 2 quarterback, 4 wide receiver, 3 tight 5 tackles, probably the outlier, 3 guard, 3 centers. So he has 11 O linemen.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So he got Daniels.
Is one of them Daniels, Steve? I think one of them probably Dan. Like I think
Daniels
I think he
Brooks,
clears
oh.
waiver.
Yeah, he had Daniels. I remember him.
Yeah, Daniels. Okay.
If Daniels
Yeah.
makes the roster, it's only because he's a draft pick. That's the only reason.
Yep.
No Mayo, please. Not even like Mayo, Jeff.
But see that it's the
Mayo has a tendency of under pursuing though, CJ. He can't cover.
But see, that's the thing though. Like it's about the coaches though. Like Milo hasn't got any reps in front of Mayo. Like all off season, all summer, all OTAs, he hasn't got no reps over Mayo. And again, Mifler was here last year. Was he hurting us? I think he was hurting the preseason, wasn't he? Wasn't he hurting the preseason last year?
I know he hurt his ankle. I think last Monday. I mean on Monday, I think he hurt his ankle or something.
Yeah, and Mayo, he wasn't with the team, and he made the 53. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's gonna be Mayo, yeah. Yeah, I agree, Trey. I don't think Tinsley clears waivers. I think he's a wide receiver 6 somewhere. And Miss Janet must just got off work. Hey, Miss Janet. All right, man. So we got Jamin, Cody, Hudson, and look, Jamin Davis. Until you play better, no more half jerseys at practice. You need to tuck your jersey in until you play better. And he might block me from this.
Tuck your jersey in, cuz.
Jamin Davis, he keep with the half jersey showing his stomach. Nah, you ain't good, yeah. Only good players do that, yeah. You can't do that no more, yeah. You got those privileges. You got those privileges taken away. Yeah?
That must mean Nick Gates is like an all-pro.
At least Nick Gates nasty. At least he be fighting everybody. So I'd rather take that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Those are our linebackers. Love them and hate them.
I got a real quick question though.
All right.
Like, I wonder, are we the only team that only have 4 linebackers average every year, or it's just the NFL now?
I think that's the NFL.
I mean, I think teams are definitely starting to trend in that direction. I don't know if it's a thing yet, but they're definitely starting to trend in that direction.
You know what? That makes sense, Jeff. Like I didn't think about that. Like having that mystery player at linebacker, but I don't know, man. I think these guys. I mean, that's the NFL, right? Is linebackers kind of is like running backs in a sense because they kind of coexist with each other if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
The more you run, the more you'll need linebackers. The less you run, the less you'll need linebackers. So I mean, I think it'll come back around. I think it always does at some point because once the offense gets lighter and faster, then the defense has to kind of match that to get lighter and faster. And I think the offense will go back to being heavier and slower, more pound, and the linebackers have to do it and so forth. But that's a good question, DT. I don't know, man. That's something to probably kind of try to find out and see. All right, let's do. I think defense is line. Let's do that. Let's do safeties. I have 4: Curl, Forrest, Reeves, and Persky.
Yeah.
Safeties.
Yeah. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, Curl.
Steve said they signed John Bostic. John Bostic made the team too without playing in the preseason, so you never know. So you might get what you want, Jeff. You might get John Bostic.
And y'all not counting safety, right?
No, just
Corner.
safeties.
All right.
Yeah, and Quan is a corner.
Yeah.
That's safety is pretty cut and dry to me.
Yeah, safety's pretty forward.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think cornerbacks is where it gets a little dicey. Maybe I think Fuller, Forbes, BSJ, and Quan are those all locks for everyone.
You said full of force, beard. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
strongest.
that's Dustin. They call me. And I was like, man, I don't know who they call me is, but what's
What
up?
Forbes who?
That's Dustin.
Or
Full of BSJ. Quan Martin.
Fuller, Forbes, BSJ, Quan Martin.
Yeah.
Full of Forbes business. So just Ford.
No, I'm just saying, like all those are locks though.
Oh, okay.
Like all of them was making a team, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
How many DBs y'all going? How many cornerbacks y'all going?
I'm saying 6.
Oh my God, he said the PF word, bro. Oh my God, bro.
Oh Lord.
He literally said just to trigger you.
So I got a question. So I know Quan got the pick. He had the big hit. Would he make this squad if he was undrafted?
No.
I don't think so.
I
don't think so.
I don't think so. But then again, the guys behind him haven't exactly lit it up either, though.
Yeah.
I think I logged onto the space after the game, and Telly was, Telly. I don't know if you're out there. What up, Telly? He was mentioning that he doesn't think we have a lot of depth after our starting, 22, right? Both offense and defense. He was like, man, after the starters go down, I don't know what we got. So,
I kind of disagree a little bit. Like I think running back is good depth after B-Rob, right?
I think running back, safety, D-line, receiver.
I mean, I guess it kind of depends, like what you mean by depth, like
I think
starting caliber guys, or
I think people looked at the people, and again, it's 2 versus 2s, 3 versus 3s, right? So you kind of in your same.
Yeah.
I think they just didn't seem to really like. We got ran on.
Okay, their 2s on offense is better than our 2s.
Yeah, like we got ran.
Yeah, I got you.
And every 1, 2, 3 got ran on, inside, outside. So like, and then my man, what's his name, Whiteside or whatever, like number 32.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
that's Whitaker.
Yeah, Jason Whitaker, 32.
With the 32. So I think that's what it is. I think people saw like our DBs kind of getting worked a little bit, and they just felt, man, like But I don't take it for what it's worth. I don't know. I think that's just what people see.
But I mean, my thing about it is though, like when folks say like they question the depth, let's not forget last year we didn't have certain guys at certain points. Like we didn't have Chase Young till like close to December, late January. We missed Cam Curl for like the first couple. That's the only position I felt like we kind of struggle at. But I feel like it's a way better spot now than we had last year with Percy Butler taking that next step in his development. The D line was still getting after the quarterback without Chase Young. And even though I do understand the concern about teams running on us a little bit, we had the best run defense out of the division, and it was 11th. So, I mean, take was given stuff like that. I understand, but I think the depth is pretty okay.
I mean, and think about it. Like this past game, I don't think Ridgeway didn't even play. I don't think.
We just went on last night.
Did he play
Saturday?
I don't think I've seen him out there.
I don't think Ridgeway played.
I seen
I
mean,
we probably had three and fours out there. Okay. Chris, Niners. Like how many linebackers do you all have on your normal 53? If you still there, Chris.
Great
Appreciate
question.
you for stopping by through.
They got what, 5?
Just
I
in
think.
time. I don't know Danny's injury status. I haven't heard any. Well, Ron said he ain't got to get no injury report yet, so you gotta wait.
Yeah.
That Chase stuff nervous. I ain't gonna lie.
Danny is depending on his injury situation is my sixth corner. So, yeah. So
What do y'all think about Combs?
I
Holmes?
got home.
Yeah, so like okay, so like I have 6. I have Fuller, Forbes, BSJ, Quan, Holmes, and Danny Johnson.
Yeah, that's my six.
I like that.
Yeah, that's my six.
Yeah.
Bro.
So I think Jace Whitaker might be a guy for the practice squad. He'd definitely clear waivers.
Yeah, I think Rashad Wild Goose is
Look at Glenn go for
burnt
Trey.
toast.
Y'all like what?
I'm about to drop him.
I think he'll be.
You
I
in the
think
goo-
as a
you in the
practice
goo,
squad
Glenn.
candidate that'll clear waivers. I think possibly.
He just got work.
Yeah. But like
Not gonna clear waivers.
Whitaker, I'm saying that's
Oh, yeah,
somebody
he
that
definitely
they're
clear.
confident that'll clear
Nobody know
waivers.
who he is.
Yeah.
Nobody know who he is.
Y'all going outright Wild Goose, huh?
I like
Um,
Kendall Smith too. Number 40 out of
Yeah.
Illinois.
He's listed as
Yeah.
safety though. He's listed as safety.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
I
was
like the
undrafted. I think
hate
he
to say
clears
it.
waivers.
I hate to say this. I like the versatility. I like that he's
Who was it?
a tall corner. He got a tall defensive back. He has length. I like that.
Was it Burgess or Smith that broke? I don't know if it was a dig or out route on the goal line. Which one?
It was
Who was
Smith.
Was Smith? Yeah, that was a great play.
The goose is cooked.
Yeah, he's
That Goose cooked. No more Goose, huh?
no Goose can go.
Nah, Dustin, we tried that. Somebody told me because of Castro Field's RAS score, he was gonna be pretty good. So
I was
somebody
just-
lied to me.
Deuce, I'm about to say the same thing.
Must-
So
That Raz score for Cat lit.
hate the RAS score. Stop telling me. I hate the RAS score. Yeah.
Man, listen, I'm doing my projection like I don't know what's on the waiver wire, so I'm basing it just off of what we have right now. That's how I'm doing mine. A few of these guys that I have on my 53 are probably not gonna make it because
Y'all talking
even
about
if
rap.
yeah, we're not doing
Must be somebody doing named Larch.
All right, so we got 4 linebackers, we got 4 safeties, and we got 6 cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Oh, he said that was in response to Chris about Trey Lance. Goose needs to go.
In the oven.
Dude, my bad, Glenn. My bad.
I think Danny Johnson's injury situation depending on
he's in the trail technique too often. He getting burnt. You know?
Who was
He
this?
in the smoke technique.
You probably talking about Goose.
Oh.
Goose always in the trail technique.
He not playing trail technique. He getting beat, trail.
All right, so we got 4 linebackers, 4 safeties, 6 cornerbacks. All right, defensive line. That's kind of separate.
What we at for the total? But maybe you have the same number.
All right, so for defense so far, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. I got 14.
Me too. So that's
We at 14.
Yeah.
So that
we
means
at 40.
Yeah, because you got 4 safeties, 4 safeties, 4 linebackers, and 6.
No, I had 25. So I'm at 39.
Yeah. All right, defensive tackles, we all agree. Allen, Payne, Ridgeway, and Mathis. Now, keep in mind, even with Danny Johnson and Mathis, if they are hurt and they might put them on IR or whatever, they still gonna count against the initial 53.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So that's
they
why
gotta keep them on the 53 first and then put them on IR.
Yeah.
They would just bring someone else up.
Yeah,
or somebody that got cut or
More practice
My
squad.
boy Jeff on the waiver wire. Hey, I need an update Tuesday, brother.
Jeff looking at the waiver wire. He ain't playing. He said we need to upgrade talent early. We need to keep upgrading talent. Jeff
Hey, we got to look for upgrades at this point. Just go ahead and just call it. It's
Yeah, he
All
filmed
right.
me too, cuz. He filmed me too, cuz.
All right, we got Allen, Payne, Ridgeway, Mathis is
Yeah.
locks.
Yep.
Young Sweat lock.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, so that's it. Now this is where I think it might get a little funky. For me, I have JSW and I got KJ Henry, but I do have Hill and Jones on the outside. But I want to talk about it with everybody here to see
I
how
got
y'all feel about it.
JSW. I got JSW and Andre Jones as the first two in, and Hill and Henry as the first two out.
Out is in cut or out is in the outside.
Out as in potentially cut. I think they're gonna keep 5 defensive ends. And one of those two, either Hill or Henry, being
Big
the odd man
Simple,
out.
we chopping that wood. Big Simple. Yeah. So do y'all go 10 on the D line? I think I do. I think I go
Decent.
JSW, KJ Henry, Hill, and Jones.
7.
So Obama not making it?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like I think I like Obata more than I like Hill. But Hill does something better than all of them, and that's
I
speed
like
and
two.
bend.
I like Two Hill.
Speed and
Yeah.
bend.
You can move to an inside sometimes too.
Yeah,
Yeah. Obata can play both of them too.
yeah. Well, Hill's usually on the outside. I think Obata does both.
Yeah.
Obama and
Obata
Williams
plays. I mean,
both play two different positions.
yeah.
Mook said Whitaker is a dog.
Yep.
Might just be a practice squad dog.
Y'all like Andre Jones over KJ Henry?
I
don't.
think they do. I think they might.
I like KJ Henry a little better.
Yeah.
We really haven't seen it a lot in the preseason. I mean, he is playing against better talent in the preseason. And I think Jones really had a strong game this past week. Like I thought he might be he may clear waivers, but he's been strong these last couple of weeks. I don't think he clears waivers.
Yeah,
But I really like
KJ Henry.
Obata.
Yeah, I like KJ Henry over Jones. I think they love Andre Jones though, for whatever reason. Nothing against him, but I think they love Andre Jones.
Let me see. Steve got Young, Sweat, Payne, Allen, Obata, Hill, Ridgeway, Jones, Matt. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Who do he don't have that I have? Hold on.
He don't have Henry.
Oh. But see, like the only thing with him is that like they traded up for him.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like, to me,
and you can't cut your fourth and I mean you can, but you end up cutting your fourth and fifth round pick. That's nasty work.
This is me, right? When I think about the defensive end room, obviously this is way ahead of even the season that's begun, but you're looking at the future of that position, knowing that you're going to have 4 guys pending for a contract, and more than likely, if the scenario of 2 of them ball out, you keep them, but the depth behind that's going to be something you have to look at. I feel like, for what I've seen, I think Henry is solid, but I just haven't seen him did it a lot in an in-game action like Andre Jones. That's why, Jones has gotten the first team reps. I think to me, Hill and probably Smith Williams are guys pending on the way out.
Is it a chance they go with 11?
With the
because we have some extras.
I think Bradley King is gonna get cut.
Yeah, I think he's going to be on a practice squad again this year.
Bradley King just made a play Saturday, man. Ain't nobody said nothing about no Bradley King till yesterday.
Yeah, I think Bradley King is going to be.
I was bad about Shaka. Shaka ain't did nothing either.
William Bradley King.
Yeah, they was pissed off about Shaka. I'm like, Shaka didn't do it. He did absolutely
Shaka at home.
We did not draft KJ Henry because we cut Shaka Tony. No, we did not. Like, let's start with the madness, yeah.
And also, they cut William Bradley King last year. Like he's listed as 4th on the depth chart. I think he's going to be a free agent by Tuesday afternoon, and he's going to be looking for a job elsewhere. I don't even think he's going to come back to the practice squad.
Yeah, Steve, I think they cut Daniels outright. Like, I don't know. All right, so we got look, we going 10, right? We got 10 D linemen, D tackles.
I think Tuhill's out.
So you got 9.
No,
Now
I
who you
got
got?
10, but I don't see Tuhill make.
So you got Obata over Hill.
I got Obata over Tuhill. Yeah.
All right. I think they really like Hill.
I think they like Hill, but I think they like FL Bada too.
That's what I'm saying.
torn.
All right, so let's look at that. So, all right, so that's 24 then. So we got, and then the 3 special teams. Do CeeLo, would you like to talk about your long snapper, or you could just would you like to talk about your? All right, so we got
Worth the breath.
we got 3. All right, so we got I have 25 offense, 24 defense, gives me 49, and 3 specialists, which gives me 52.
So it's that one spot.
So I have 1. My one is either my one is either Tinsley or Obata.
I had both of them. I think I had both of them making it, which would make my last person probably Alex Arma, either Arma or Cass Allen, based on what I had.
Oh yeah, that's
Would be my
Arma
53rd
too.
guy.
So it's either Tinsley, Arma, or Obata. What about you guys? Because CeeLo, you had 26 on offense. So what's your defense looking like?
I only had 9 defensive line. So I was a 23 defense, 6 offense, which leaves me 1. I got 1 open spot after the 3 specialists.
Me too.
So I might think about. It depends. I'm thinking if Logan's if not healthy, I'm gonna go tight in there, which I don't know who. I may
Even if he's not healthy, he's going to be on the 53.
Right.
I see what you're saying though, so you won't lose him.
Case,
Yeah.
I might go another wide receiver. That's where you might have a conversation about, Dax, or do you want to give Cashmere Allen a chance? So you might go. You might go 7 wide receivers. At least I might. Do you want to keep a third quarterback like actually on the roster? I don't know. So that's some of the conversations I would.
And that new rule, like the quarterback has to be a part of the 53, but on game day he's not counted within the 46.
Correct.
No, I knew it was some kind of weird rule.
So like I don't think teams is gonna do that until the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna exercise that rule during the season. But I think I'm gonna go because remember I had Pringle and Cashmere Island, but if I got to choose between Tinsley, Arma, and Obata, I think I go Tinsley. And the reason why I go Tinsley right now is because of Terry.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
So I think I go 26 on offense, 24 on defense.
I just think that I don't think not to minimize, but I don't think the Terry injury is going to be considered in this 53. I really believe that they feel like guys like Antonio Gibson is going to pick up a little bit of the slack for Terry and everybody else. Like I think that 53 they're going to assume he's healthy. Is my guess. But I know what you're saying, dude. I just think they go in thinking, oh yeah, we cool. They'll adjust for a couple weeks, but
Yeah, I think my 53rd guy might be Alex Arma.
Because you got 6 wide receivers, right, Breeze?
Yeah.
You got Tinsley instead of Cass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got.
So I'm at 52 too, and I think for me it's either Tinsley, Arma, and the last spot. Because I'm a big brother, I'll probably lean Brooks. Brooks or Daniels. I think I've seen a little bit more out of Brooks than Daniels. So
I would definitely say Martin Brooks
I'll
Daniels.
probably lean with Mason Brooks.
Brooks is on that edge.
Yeah.
I like literally the only thing. If Braden Daniels wasn't a 4th-round pick, he would have probably already gotten cut.
I'm just
Does Two Hill clear waivers?
I don't think so.
Does
I don't
Obata
think so.
clear waivers?
what is two here? Okay, what is
Barter could probably start some places now.
what
Yeah.
year?
I think I'm gonna change that. I
Hill
think
is
I think I
in,
go
I think,
Obata
5th or
instead of
6th.
Two Hill.
He on the
I
fifth.
think I go because Two Hill is a one-trick pony. He just got speed.
Yeah.
He got a great
Yeah.
bend. I think he has the best bend on the team. But that's it. Obata gives you outside and inside. He gives you position flex, DT. I think I go Obata.
Damn,
There you go, Jeff.
the white boy got the best bend. Damn.
It's crazy. Man. Yeah. And the reason why Trail likes Mason Brooks too. The reason why Jeff is I think well I got 10 Trail. I think that's good. I think they only dress 8 on game day. When we can do that too next week when we get the final 53, we can do
Gotcha.
who do we think is gonna
dress. Yeah.
Yeah. The reason why I think KJ Henry makes the team, Jeff, is because not only did they pick him in the 5th round, but they also traded up for him. G Reese, what's up? Appreciate you coming through. You want Pringle and Tinsley.
Oh, he thinks Obata. Looking at Obata. Okay.
Yeah.
We can do
They
some.
going 10 on Slime.
We can do a 6th-round pick before
What
cut.
did Obata do to you? I had to think about it, Jeff. I had to think about it. Hey, Trail, what's the saying, Trail? Put it in the chat, Trail. Put it in the chat. Yeah, All Pro Reroll definitely safety special teams. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Reload.
What did he tweet out earlier? Respect. I earn my respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
We got it, bro. Like we got it.
We were one of my favorite players on the team, though.
We got it. Yeah. So yeah, man. I got 20, 24 on defense, 26 on offense. I go 7 wide receivers with Cass, Pringle, Tinsley. And I don't go Armor. And on defense, I got 24. I think this is kind of clear cut. I think defensive ends is maybe 1 or 2. They got to make a decision. It'd probably be kind of tough. Linebacker, I don't think it's going to be tough. Running backs, just depends how they want to do Armor with the tight ends and running backs.
Yeah.
I think that depends on what you do with the running backs if you bring Armor. I think O-line is what it is. Now, I hope Ron can bite that bullet with Daniels, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
I hope he can bite that bullet, man. So here we go. See, Jeff, I learned very quick. With new information, a wise man's opinion must change. There you go, Jeff. I had new information. Yeah, I don't know about Armor, but a lot. I mean, Cam is the heart and soul of the Commander fan, so he said, watch out for Armor. So, what do you say? Can't cut Kayvon Thibodeau, Superior, and Obata. That's true, man. I was tripping on Obata. Obata had some good production. He actually would have had better production if he played just as much as Kayvon Thibodeau. I mean, Latter-day stats were close.
And he be bringing Deshaun Watson now. He had at least 2 should-be sacks.
That's true. Yeah, I was tripping. And I always say 2 hills and 1 trick pony. Because people will be like, nah, we got 2 hill over Chase. I'm like, man, y'all be tripping, man. That's the stuff that be blowing me, man. Yeah, he is super efficient for a snap count. That's right, Steve.
Like it's a reason why they
What you
drafted.
thinking about, CeeLo? Yeah,
Took it
you
over
probably
Chase
looking
Young.
at cheese. You trying to see who else can snap, who else can long snap on the O line. I always cut the long snapper on Madden. You know, like one of them guys can snap.
You might as well. They'll take the best long snapper in football and make his rating a 37.
Bro,
Like, why am I wait? And then they'll take a backup guard and his long snapper rating be at 85. Like,
Yeah,
bro, I'm cutting them then. Like, what the
waste of our rosters.
waste of a roster spot.
There you go Kazmer Allen's roster right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
All right, D'Amico Ryan's news break. Terrell posted in the chat. D'Amico Ryan said CJ Stroud will be the opening day starter.
I don't
Yes, sir.
man,
Versus
I'm
the
getting so
Ravens.
sick of them breaking news that ain't breaking news.
Breaking news.
CJ Stroud was the starter in April.
I ain't gonna lie. It's a couple intriguing quarterbacks, man. I'm like Anthony Richardson, bro. Whew.
Yeah, I know how I feel about him.
I gotta see this to believe it.
Yeah. I'm not so.
All right, man. This was good work. This is good work. This is good work.
We're going to revisit our win prediction though.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Man,
next.
his name ain't Cheese Man. That boy's name is Cheddar.
Hey, next week we're gonna have to talk about this my roster. I don't know I gotta sleep on it.
You ever went to your grandma's house and she making the homemade mac and cheese? She told you to go to the grater. That's what he is, bro. Straight cheddar.
Man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So
My
I'm
roster.
real excited about this upcoming year, man. We can't wait. Hopefully, we'll see all you guys at the tailgate week 1.
I need drip pictures with everybody. Make sure y'all got y'all game day drip on. As long as I'm in my seat by kickoff.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure. Come in whatever.
Yeah,
game
go ahead. Talk about that, CeeLo. How we gonna do it so they'll know? People been sending me, especially the 405s, sending me they opening day outfits.
That's Breeze.
I'm about to say, why they sending that to you?
Because it's getting you, so I guess to pass the message on so you can know you gotta get ready.
Pass the message, brother.
Nah, man. So week 1, coming y'all flyer fits
Who texting me?
and whatever a fly fit on game day is to you. You know what I mean? Nothing specific. And yeah, we're gonna flick it up in the red zone lot. Legends Plaza, and on the concourse. Once I get to my seat, we lock it in the game though. But I'll do so with it. But yeah, make sure you hashtag game day drip. We're gonna do some interviews and do some create some content in the parking lot at the red zone lot, and yeah, we have some fun with it, man.
Jeff say, man, forget all that. We need to look at how we drafting these guys.
You right. But they here now.
Man, Jeff going in.
Would it be a mobile phone booth? I'm gonna have my mobile phone on me.
Actually, Dustin, I think Dustin's still in the chat. He said his people's coming. They're gonna have a little photo booth drink. So we appreciate that. And Dustin, hit me up, bro. We want to bring her on the show or something prior to week 1. We can definitely get your folks on here to talk about it. And I think I found a dude to do the grill for us too. So that's gonna be lit. DT, look at the private. Check the DM real quick, like we doing the space. It said photo booth, so that's gonna be lit for sure. I can't wait for that, man. Can't wait.
All
right. I mean the private chat, DT, not your actual DM. on Twitter.
I'm getting old. My eyes. I don't see nothing, brother.
On the stream yard.
On the stream yard. Oh shit. You're not lying too. Come on, man.
I said not on Twitter.
3 or 4 different chats.
I feel like 1,000 chats, but so I got some big news for Red Zone in the lab, and everybody in the Washington community. So knowing that been doing podcasts for almost 2 years now, I have received a contract with Fan First Sports Network to be a Commanders affiliate and do podcasts paid on the Washington Commanders.
My kids said sleep
Congratulations, bro.
tonight, but
That's what's up.
This is
man.
congrats, bro.
this is a way different reaction from what I said to my coworkers. They said, "Are you leaving? Are you leaving us?" I was like, "No, I'm not leaving.
They think you got an ESPN contract.
Yeah.
I know we are short of teachers. I'm not leaving. I'm still gonna be here, but this is a great opportunity, one step for me. This is my dream. This is something I always wanted to do, and I appreciate y'all because y'all saw something in me where I wasn't confident in, and y'all gave me an opportunity. So,
Man, you deserve it, bro. You know ball. That's all that matters.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, man.
Right.
We're extremely excited. Talked to DT a couple of days ago. Let him know, man, like this is where it's at. This is what a lot of our passions and what it is we like to do. And doing it for free is very fun for me. Like I always say, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. But having the opportunity to do something that you love and also to be compensated for it is also great.
Right.
And after going through all that, tell them, hey, look, take whatever you need to do. If you need to, step back from us, this, and that, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? We understand. It's all about moving forward and progressing. But also said, dude, I need you, bro. Like, you want to make this work, man.
hey, look, ain't no stepping back from me, man. I'm still gonna be here, but the first thing I need to take care of these damn kids. Yeah, kids I gotta focus on them first.
That's what's up.
Most definitely. So yes, as of right now, to everything kind of works itself out. I think it starts during the season, right, DT? So we're excited for that. Can't wait till the drop. And there's another person too, but they'll tell you when they are ready to tell you. So we're very excited for them too, and from our community. Very excited. But DT is still gonna be on the huddle. He's still gonna be on enters the lab. So we definitely appreciate you for staying on for sure. So we're all excited.
Double shifts. Nah, this is triple shifts, cuz. Triple shit. I'm a podcaster. I'm a sped teacher. I'm a mentor. I
Choir
work
director. I mean a band. What do they call it? Band.
Hey, all you need is 26 hours in a day. You good.
That's all you need. Man.
Yeah, the grind don't stop, man.
You need about 28 hours a day.
Oh man. All right, man. We good, man. We gotta get up out of here. Breeze got a new shirt dropping on Red Zone and Lab. We're gonna get that out.
Thing nice. Y'all better copy.
Yeah, it's sweet. Y'all been seeing all social media. It's gonna be on the website. Designed by Breeze, Celebrity Breeze. That's what we're gonna put on as a description.
Oh man,
Designed by Celebrity
that
Breeze.
boy was on the field. Don't let him.
Yeah.
He was on the field.
That's the picture we're gonna use. Celebrity Breeze.
Breeze, I'm gonna wear your shirt on a Friday, and I'm gonna tell the kids, "Hey man, this is by a celebrity. You don't get this often."
Yeah.
This is about celebrity.
Yeah.
Oh, he called you position flex. He called you position flex.
Flex console.
He called you
man.
position. Hey, look, remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you.
Steve, you my boy, man. But God,
One beat, one sound, one heart,
One
one
love.
love.
Thank you for listening to Owning the Huddle podcast. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Red Zone in the Lab and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. You can download our podcast wherever you get your podcasts and visit us at redzoneinthelab.com.